You worked diligently and hard throughout the months. Every morning you woke up at 6:30 and forgot about breakfast to get to work on time. Every day you had to deal with annoying customers who wanted to drive you to a nervous breakdown. Your boss is a completely different story. He will never miss an opportunity to point out your weaknesses. Every day you want to stop all this, but you remember that every month there comes a day when funds arrive in your account. You look forward to nothing more than this day. Imagining what purchases you will make brings you pleasure and eases your sufferings. This day has come. You open the banking application on your smartphone with joy and see what a huge amount the state has taken. You paid the income tax. We all pay taxes, and that money doesn't just disappear in a black hole. Nope, it's a lifeline that keeps the government running, funding schools, hospitals, roads and other services that make our lives tick. But here's where it gets personal. The realm of personal income tax. It's like a little chunk of your hard-earned cash, saying goodbye every payday. Now, we are not just talking about numbers on a paycheck. We are talking about how those numbers impact regular folks like you and me. Stick around as we delve into the world of personal income tax rates and discover which countries are playing the tax game at the highest stakes. And before I ask you to subscribe and hit the like button not to miss our next valuable videos, write in the comments what are the income tax rates in your country. We all will be interested to find out about tax rates in different countries and compare different tax policies. Let the countdown begin. Back in the day, the Dutch were rocking the trade scene, and they still do. The Netherlands is the 17th biggest economic player globally, and that's no small feat. Imagine being on a world stage, rubbing shoulders with giants like the USA and China. Now, here is the kicker. Their location is like having a backstage pass to the trading show with the UK and Germany. The port of Rotterdam is basically the VIP entrance for goods, making the Netherlands a trading powerhouse. But, and there is always a but when it comes to the paycheck, the Dutch fork out a chunk 49% for income over 68,000 euros. That's almost half of the bacon you bring home going back to the government. Welcome to the land of innovation and resilience, Israel. While the world's economies were doing the limbo under the weight of recession, Israel was doing the salsa of innovation. The Israeli spirit, marked by resilience and a penchant for groundbreaking ideas, propels the country forward. Now, size doesn't matter, but GDP per capita sure does. Israel might be a small player on the world stage, but economically it's holding its own, boasting a GDP per capita comparable to Southern European countries. It's like David taking on Goliath. And spoiler alert, Israel's doing pretty well. So what's cooking in the Israelis' economic kitchen? Well, it's a recipe of automation and education. The populace is not just tech-savvy, they are practically the masters of the high-tech orchestra. This motivated and educated workforce is driving a technological boom that's not just local, it's global. Now, let's talk numbers, but keep it simple. A top marginal tax rate of 50%. Yes, you heard it right. Half of what the hard-working folks earn goes back to the government coffers. It's a price of innovation and resilience. Get ready to explore a country that's not just famous for waffles and chocolates. We are diving into the heart of Europe, and it's none other than Belgium. Belgium boasts a globalized economy and transport infrastructure that makes it a key player in the international trade scene. In fact, it's not just a player, it's the world's 10th largest trading nation. That's like having a golden ticket to the international economic chocolate factory. But, and it's a big but, let's talk about something that might make Belgians cringe a bit. Taxes. People here often joke about feeling like half of their paycheck is going a Houdini act. Why? Because the personal income tax is a solid 50% for those earning over 46,000 euros. It's like the taxman showing up at the door asking to his share. Now, here is the kicker. There was a recent reduction from 54%. Yes, they cut it a bit, but that doesn't mean the grumbling stopped. Concerns still linger about high tax rates, and you might hear locals saying, why does the government have to take so much? pack your flip-flops and sunglasses because we are jetting up to the dazzling Caribbean paradise, Aruba. Now, let's talk about safety, a top priority when you are soaking up the sun. Aruba boasts being one of the safest Caribbean islands, but, and here is always a but, there is a twist in this tropical tale: taxes. Hold on to your sun hat because Aruba hits you with a personal income tax rate of 52%. That's right, over half of your hard-earned beach time money is sailing away to the government. And here is a plot twist: it used to be even higher at 59%. Recently, there was a reduction, but don't pop the champagne just yet. Locals still raise an eyebrow because concerns about high tax rates linger. Abba, IKEA, Volvo, Oriflame. Well, only 7% of my subscribers know what Oriflame actually is. And stunning landscapes, we are diving into the realm of Sweden. First things first, Sweden isn't just famous for catchy tunes and assemble-it-yourself furniture, it's also the 11th richest country in the world. Yes, you heard that right. Picture a country with a mix of lush greenery, sleek design and a strong economy. That's Sweden. Now, let's talk society. Sweden is like the cool kid at a global social gathering. It's not just about the wealth, it's about how they use it. Sweden has evolved into the developed post-industrial society with an advanced welfare state. What does it mean? Well, it's like having a safety net made of Swedish meatballs. They take care of their own. But when it comes to the paycheck, Swedes are sharing a slice of the meatball with the taxman. Hold on tight. The personal income tax rate is a whopping 52.9%. That's right, over half of what you earn is contributing to the societal smorgasbord. Now, let's talk about the economic symphony Austria is playing. It's the 15th richest country globally, with a well-developed social market economy and a lifestyle that many envy. But this comes at a cost: taxes. The top marginal tax rate in Austria is a striking 55%. That's not all. There are other players in the tax orchestra: an 18% social security rate, 6% on bonus payments, and 27.5% capital gains tax. It's like paying for a concert ticket, a program and a souvenir all at once. Now let's ponder. Is it worth it? Are the high taxes justified by the quality of life Austria offers? It's a question many are asking as they sip their coffee in the Vienna's grand cafes. Denmark isn't just a blip on the global map. It's a powerhouse with the 9th largest GDP per capita and the 6th largest nominal GDP per capita. Picture a country where bikes outnumber cars and windmills dot the horizon. That's Denmark's developed economy, but here is where it gets intriguing. Denmark is all about equality. It's not just a word, it's a way of life. The Danish welfare state is built on the concept of equal access to different services, and that comes with a price. Brace yourself, because the total tax rate in Denmark is a hefty 56% of per capita income. It's like everyone is chipping in for a collective potluck. Now, let's talk happiness. The Danes are often ranked among the happiest people globally. If it's the picturesque landscape, the cozy concept of hygge, or maybe it's the social programs funded by those high taxes, the answer might be a mix of all three. First thing first, Japan is a heavyweight in the global economic arena, claiming the bronze as the third largest national economy. Picture the bustling streets of Tokyo, the serene temples and the neon-lit skyscrapers, the Japan's economic dance floor. Now, let's talk work ethic. The Japanese are legendary for their dedication and commitment to the job, with Tokyo boasting more millionaires than any other city globally. It's not just about the cherry blossoms, it's about the yen. The top marginal tax rate in Japan is a precise 55.97%. That's almost 56% of your earnings heading back to the national coffers. We are venturing into the land of 1,000 lakes, northern lights and the highest taxes in Europe, Finland. Finland might be a small home for just 5.5 million people, but it's making waves on the country with the highest taxes in Europe. Imagine a place where the auroras dance across the sky and taxes play their own unique rhyme in the financial dance of the Finns. The top marginal tax rate in Finland is an eye-watering 56.95%. It's like the Northern Lights putting on a spectacular show, but instead of stars, it's tax rates lighting up the Finnish sky. And there is more to this fiscal tale: high capital gains taxes. Add another layer to the financial landscape. It's like playing extra for the privilege of earning more. Now, let's talk about the unique twist in the tax code. Finland has a rule that anyone residing there for more than 6 months becomes a tax resident, and once you are in, your worldwide income is fair game for Finnish taxes. It's like the taxman pulling you into a Nordic embrace. I couldn't even believe that this country will occupy a top spot in our list. We are journeying into the vibrant and diverse Ivory Coast, a country that blends beach resorts, lush rainforests, and a unique French colonial legacy. But behind the natural beauty lies a tax tale that raises eyebrows. Ivory Coast, a West African gem, boasting beach resorts that could rival with the Caribbean and rainforests that breathe life into its landscape. It's a place where the past intertwines with the present, etching the legacy of French colonial influence. Now, let's talk about the financial heartbeat of this nation. Ivory Coast has a spotlight for the highest personal income tax rate globally, a whopping 60%. Yes, you heard it right. More than half of what you earn beats by to your wallet and heads straight into the government coffers. But with great taxes comes great concerns. There is a murmuring in the air, a worry about the income of such high taxes on quality of life for the citizens. In a country blessed with natural wonders, the question arises: is the financial burden hindering the potential for a higher quality of life? Guys, write in the comments, would you agree to pay such a high income tax? Do you find it reasonable? Each country's tax story unveils a tapestry woven from its economic history, cultural nuances and societal values. While some nations like the Netherlands and Israel leverage high taxes to support innovation and resilient economies, others, such as Belgium and Aruba, grapple with concerns about the impact on individual prosperity. Sweden and Denmark showcase the balance between high taxes and social welfare, fostering content and happy citizens. Meanwhile, countries like Austria and Japan question the cost of these high taxes in comparison to the perceived quality of life. Finland and Ivory Coast, with their distinctive tax profiles, raise fundamental questions about the relationships between taxation and citizen well-being. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe not to miss our next cool videos. See you very soon!